We need a generation of Americans dedicated to restoring the core values that have made us the most successful country in the world for the last 400 years. You have the most radical administration in American history. I describe this as a secular socialist machine because it's, first of all, obviously a machine. Not only were they trained in Chicago, which has a great machine tradition, but you couldn't have gotten $787 billion in stimulus money with no one having looked at it. It is clearly socialist. The fact is that when you have a pay-czar in the White House who thinks that they can decide on salary limits for 30 or 40 companies involving hundreds of people they've never met, that's a level of arrogance that only socialism could sustain. And third, they're clearly secular. They are deeply opposed to God being in public life. They're deeply opposed to religious values defining how we think about things. They clearly represent a value system that any reasonable person would call secular. This is a government centralization, so the politicians define America on a scale that is the opposite of the Founding Fathers. And so I say to those who love their country and those who care about America's future, that the time to act is now. If you look at how successful we are, how wealthy we are, how free we are, and then you go back to tell the story of Washington crossing the Delaware on Christmas night in a blinding snowstorm with ice on the river. Of the 2,500 men he had left, 1/3 did not have boots and were marching in burlap bags, leaving a trail of blood behind. Their password that night was victory or death, and they meant it. We are either in the next few years going to become a secular socialist country dominated by very left-wing values, or we're going to reach out and not only defeat the left, but insist on a principled conservatism that can solve the problems, can reduce the size of government, and can create greater prosperity, greater freedom, and greater safety. And we need every citizen who cares about their country, their children, and their grandchildren to be actively involved to help save America